Hello, everyone. This is Outnumbered. I'm Kayleigh McEnany here with my co-host, Emily Compagno. Also joining us, Fox News Sunday anchor and chief legal correspondent, Shannon Bream. Host of the Kennedy Saves the World podcast, Kennedy and Fox and Friends inquiry. Even Mike Johnson says, I'm not saying impeachment, we're there yet, but an inquiry, certainly.
Yeah, and so they've gone forward with the vote as well, because our recent Fox News polling shows this. When people were asked what they think about Hunter's business dealings and the president's possible involvement with them
Eastern Time, this is the publication that won Pulitzers for...
I feel if Hunter has nothing to hide, and if he's so clearly stating my father has no financial interest in my business dealings, I paraphrase, to see the two ways that Americans are treated here, or should I say, depending on your political party leading, or more apropos, your last name.
You know, you mentioned Trump's first impeachment.
From the leftist media and from a lot of Democrats who are disseminating the talking point that this whole thing is at the behest of former President Donald Trump while offering no evidence of their own.
McCarthy, he talked about the importance of having a vote of this nature. It gives them more powers. Your thoughts?
The importance is illustrated by those.
In leg restraints, is there some type of inherent, then, plausibility or...
Some of the problematic issues that have been... He needs to answer very specific questions.
Yes, someone else who needs to answer questions is the White House press secretary.
one, especially for the head of the executive branch. I like to point to, because we talk about the Steve Bannon and the Peter Navarro. I mean, jail time for Steve Bannon could be rejected or ignored. He had an obligation to appear before the House committee who had subpoenaed him. So that sounds like a...
couch right now, but you don't need to be a lawyer to understand a subpoena. It is not an evite where you get to check yes,
but not those seven.
That defense, to me, is the best part of this. A group that's been around for decades. I can think of another group that was around for decades that discriminated based upon race. It was called the KKK. And nobody's just like, well, that's acceptable. The fact is...
Not just someone who chooses to hold a party and invite who they want. If it's utilizing tax dollars and invite and then was like, oh, just sorry, you're not... I mean, there's no relationships happening whatsoever. It's just division. And at the end of the day, what always is so problematic to me is, you know, well, what box do you...
Bread and have a party just for us. They would be thrown out of life, not just out of office, but all they see is color. And if this happened in reverse, I cannot imagine the duck boat that would waddle them out of town fast enough.
Wonder Bread.
Climate craziness is getting so out of control that a new study is warning that breathing is bad for the planet. Don't hold your breath. We'll be right back. But there's a level of eco-terrorism happening, and there's a level of regulations or proposed regulations happening that is absolutely kills me, Kennedy. We're both from the West Coast. We've lived in the Pac Northwest. And the amount of, like, hearing that the proposals for regulations right now...
I don't know why they're not focusing more on desalination, which is similar technology, and get better marketing than toilet to tap. Seriously, like come up with one of your fancy lefty names for it, because that makes me never want to drink water again.
Right.
I'm going straight to the Prosecco.
Oh, I'm with you.
Being celebrated by this ridiculous body positivity. And I'm not saying, like, everyone loves a little bit of chub. Everyone loves a little bit of cushion for the pushing. All right? We're not fat shaming. But
You're going to kill Emily on the show. She's not going to make. She's not going to make the next 11 minutes.
The morbidly obese are holding some people hostage. And for those of you who can do nothing about it, my heart is with you. For the rest of you, please stop encroaching on my territory and expecting me to pay for it.
Here's my point also. That
will make arrangements, potentially moving other passengers around so that you can deal with the unplanned accommodation. I don't know about you guys, but when I buy my ticket, I'm boycotting because of what they did to my Florida State.
That was criminal. I agree.
That was criminal.
I interviewed Ashley Moody this morning.
I saw that.
Listen,
Florida Attorney General.
But yes, I would say there are a lot of men down, and women. We got cowgirls too down in Florida who could take care of the situation.
Yes, my husband's a graduate of Florida State University.
Go Noles.
He's a duck hunter. He could have done it. Todd Pyro, Longhorn Bull comes running after you. What would you have done?
Again, I'm going to call the weekend team of Will Kane, Pete Hegseth. I feel like they know.
We will call it.
Nicely
We'll call
done,
it Fox
Shannon.
and Friends Weekend. Thanks to everyone. Don't forget to DVR this show. Next up, America Reports.